First skate video I ever saw was probably Public Domain or Streets of Fire. Spitfire video. I'm in my friend Tim Upson's part, Saltines.
You know what me and Tim do for money? We go to diners and we bet people that they can't eat 6 saltines in 1 minute. And we bet them $5 because it's like impossible for the human mouth to consume 6 saltines in 1 minute. And we end up with $5. And then we go buy pornos for 10 at the local supermarket.
Someone just filmed me at the skate park and then Upson told me I was in his part. It was funny. I just laughed about it. Yeah. All the same. Just my approach to filming videos is all the same. Just go out and skate and try hard to film and have fun doing it. Obviously you gotta try harder because the camera is on you, but pretty much the same. Hamden cars in Connecticut, which were these cars that were tar placed over the car, and we would go there and ride over them and skate on top of them. It was hard to skate the top, but we did it. It was really, really amazing looking spot. Picture a big parking lot in a shopping center that they allowed this space for art pieces to be done, and we would skate on them. Eric and I had a lot of ideas. We had a really big team with Baker, and it was just a natural progression. The team was getting so big and we had some ideas that we felt were different from Baker, and we started it and worked out great. It wasn't anything that was like contrived to be any certain way. It was just a natural progression of things. No real lessons learned, just do things to have fun, do things for the right reasons. Just, you know, do things why you always did them in the first place. Started skating to have fun. And remember that that's why you want to own a company, to have fun. That comes first, and then the rest comes after. I skate at least 5, maybe 6 days out of the week. Jeremy Klein, a good friend of mine, one of my best friends. He's been a big influence on my skateboarding my whole life. Just many things that aren't really skateboarding. Certain musicians, certain artists. Francis Pacabia's artwork is very, very influential on my skateboarding. I don't know why. I look at a picture that he painted and I get really excited. And it gets me amped to go skating. The Rolling Stones, footage of Tim Upson skating. Just, you know, life in general gets me psyched to go skate. Let It Bleed, I like Let It Bleed. I like Sticky Fingers, but I like the old stuff. I like the Metamorphosis album, which was an unofficial release. Just even the older stuff, like the real older blues stuff that dealt with a lot of covers. I like their style and how they did it. But yeah, those other two, the Goat's Head Soup is really good. There's really a lot of Stones albums I like. Oh, it's tough. I like John Frusciante, Neandra Ledesse, that album. Thelonious Monk, Crisscross. There's so many great albums, it's hard to choose 3. I like Johnny Thunders' So Alone, his solo album, and Johnny Thunders' Hurt Me. So those 3. I wanted to do this trick which had a railing in between two roofs, and I found a bar that I welded a piece of fence to the bar, and then I put it in between 2 roofs, and I did a trick from one building to the other building. In one of my movies, it was like a 270 lip slide across the building, and I had wanted to do this trick for about 5 years. And I didn't go out driving around looking for the spot, but I would always keep my eyes out every school I skated for roofs that would work for this until I finally found one. And then I got all the stuff ready and made the bar across the gap and did it. The way out, yeah. I just scoop it a lot in the back leg and try to keep my front leg kind of as connected to the board and not connected to the board as possible. And then just whip it all around in one motion and try to get as far all the way around as I can without any pivoting, but it's very hard to do. I like Jason Dill's backside 360s. I like Jeremy Klein. I like Gino Iannucci has a good one. You know, Jason Lee has a nice one, like the one out of the bump in the blind video. But yeah, my all-time top favorite one is Jeremy Klein, the way he scoops them around. I kind of learned by watching his in videos as a young kid. I want to be able to have good board feel. Like that's what the main thing is. I could feel my board. It's probably the Supra Belmont. It's like really, really good. I can feel they made some low top white leather ones that I skated for a while. And you could really feel your board and really the leather protects your foot and it's perfect. That they have their own distinct style and their own way of doing things. The way they move, the way their posture is on a board, it's not necessarily like the proficiency level of the tricks. It's more like how they do something. It's like comparable to like somebody playing the most proficient scale on a guitar and then B.B. King coming and bending one note and going down. And you're like, that is cool. You look like you're supposed to be doing that. And that's what I look for, that one note. You know what I mean? If they got that, then they got it. No matter what they do, it's gonna look cool. And you don't know why it's so much better, but it just feels so much better when you see it and it looks so much more right. It looks just correct. No, nothing I wasn't really that into. I was into every sponsor I rode for. They were the sponsors I wanted to ride for. I like the Cocteau Twins one in the latest film, Cherry Color Funk. I thought that one was really, really great, that song. The song was great, not my skating, the song. I'm working on a film that's coming out with Jeremy Klein. It's his latest movie coming out, and then working on a Supra piece that's going to be based around some stuff we're coming out with next year in 2018. I'm working on the Deathwish promo that I'm putting together, and then Jason Lee's making a film where he drives from Texas out to California and it ends in California with some skating, and I'm going to be in that film. It's his film. So I'm working on those 4 things right now.